Hello, I'm Donna LaVoie, CEO of LaVoieHealthScience, a leading independent health and science strategic communications firm serving healthcare clients around the globe. The Biotechnology Industry Organization has asked us to share our agency's best practices on telling your company's story in just 15 well-crafted slides. Let's begin with the title slide. It should include the company name, its logo, the name of the speaker and his or her title, the date and the name of the conference. Slide 1 is usually one of the most important slides and begins with an overview using 4 to 5 high-level key points about your company along with your company's mission. Here's where you're going to want to mention the area of focus and the market that you hope to play in, your IP, leadership team, reasons to believe in the company's value, and the key stats such as amount of capital raised to date. It's often said that the first minute of any presentation is critical to capturing your audience's attention. Let them know what they should expect to learn from the presentation, what the key takeaway will be in the allotted time. This is where you could also tie in an important element to your company's story. For example, one of our clients who's working in the pain area uses a photo of sushi to demonstrate the point that wasabi triggers a response in the pathway they are targeting. With that attention-grabbing photo in the first slide, the company's story starts to evolve. Now you have my attention. Slide 2 is the agenda slide. You can show it here, and for longer presentations, you can create sections highlighting each area. There are 6 basic slides sections as shown on this deck here. Your unique problem will be discussed in slide 3. Discuss its seriousness, give an example of what the patient experience is like. Why does this problem, over some other, require funding and investment? Slide 4 is going to deal with your solution. Describe your lead products and services. How will they treat the disease? How will they treat it better than what's currently available? How will your products keep competitors at bay? If you're working in therapeutics, then how can it be combined with existing therapy? If possible, find quotations from key opinion leaders and show data or use other third parties to make your case. Now let's talk about defining the market. Products succeed in a marketplace that you need to define. How large is it? Is it growing fast? And what are the subcomponents? Who are the current players? That's probably one of the more important things. If you're in a new therapeutic area, such as treating an orphan disease, and you don't have comparative revenue data or market data, focus on patient prevalence. What are the demographics of the disease in terms of new cases or incidents and degrees of diagnosis and treatment? How will these products be paid for? Slide 6 will talk about differentiation. Explain how your product or service is differentiated in medical terms. If you have efficacy and safety data, duration of speed of action, route of administration, convenience, etc. This is where you're going to talk about that. What market research have you conducted to ensure that you're reading the market correctly? Slide 7 is all about people. Appeal to the human element in your audience by describing your leadership team, your board, your scientific advisory board, show their photos, brief bios, provide more complete bios as a handout. Teams that have done this before add a lot of value. People by people, and this is an important part of the deck. In the pipeline slide, which falls in this deck in slide 8, is where you're going to discuss the overview and the target indication, the stage of development, and the near-term milestones and ownership rights. If you have preclinical products, the decision to show these products here or not will depend on how important these products are to your company at this time. In the next series, which falls into slide 9, these slides are going to be central to any talk and should outline the clinical development program to date. Typically, you would show the design of the study and the results and any new study or studies that are currently underway. Here is also where you would show your understanding of what it's going to take to bring this product through the clinical development and regulatory cycle. In slide 10, you're going to describe any significant regulatory milestones and other interactions and dates by major geography, particularly in the US and the EU. Describe any special designations your products have received from regulators and how they might impact your product's timing. Be careful not to be too specific about the timing and give yourself plenty of leeway to accomplish the milestone before the expectation. This is a common problem that many companies make. In slide 11, we're going to talk about manufacturing. Depending on the product area, manufacturing can be an important topic. Whether to devote an entire slide to this depends on your company's situation. You may consider basic information here. In slide 12, for marketed products or for those approaching commercialization, describe your own sales and marketing role and that of your potential partners. What efforts are you making to build your own sales organization? How will you market your products? Do you have key opinion leaders? And are you working with advocacy groups? As we move to slide 13, we will talk here about the financial situation, which will be of interest to many stakeholders. This will also depend on whether you're a private or a public company. If you're a public company, here's where you're going to give a summary of your financial statement with commentary. If you've given financial guidance, give your current guidance and describe your historical performance versus guidance. What is your market cap? Who are the key stakeholders? What analyst coverage do you have? And what is your history of raising capital? If you're a private company, here's where you're going to want to include total capital raised to date and perhaps the name of investors, particularly if they're leading healthcare and crossover funds. In slide 14, we're going to summarize upcoming catalysts, clinical, regulatory, commercial, and operational events that you think will drive your company's performance over the next 12 to 24 months. Your concluding slide, in slide 15, is very, very important. Its title should be your investment thesis or summary. The material on this slide comes from the preceding 14 slides in summary format. In conclusion, you may want to engage experts in investor communications to help craft your message, train your spokespeople, and set expectations. If you follow this outline for creating a 15-slide presentation on your company, I'm confident you will communicate your key messages effectively to your key stakeholders and achieve your goals.